Hi, my name is Sophia, and today I'm opening up about a deeply personal battle I've fought for most of my life. It's body dysmorphia. It's not easy to share this, but if my story can help someone out there who's dealing with the same thing, then it's worth it. Girls and women of all sizes can struggle with body dysmorphia. Body dysmorphia can feel incredibly isolating and overwhelming, but I want to reassure you that healing is possible. However, it is a journey. Chapter 1. Childhood struggles with appearance. Growing up, I always had a heightened awareness of how I looked. I remember standing in line at the playground, comparing myself to other girls, noticing how my arms were too long, my legs too skinny, and my hair never quite right. As kids, we all experience moments of insecurity, but for me, it went beyond that. I started attaching my self-worth to how I looked, constantly seeking validation. If someone complimented me, it was everything. If they criticized, I'd be crushed for days. Entering middle school only intensified these feelings. The media flooded me with images of what girls should look like: thin, flawless, and perfectly put together. I couldn't help but measure myself against these ideals, leading to a daily obsession with my appearance. By the time I was in my teens, this obsession was controlling my life. Chapter 2. The teenage years. In my teenage years, I was introduced to the concept of body dysmorphia. I'll never forget the moment it hit me. My health class teacher briefly mentioned it as a disorder that causes people to obsess over perceived flaws in their appearance. It was like she was describing my life. For years, I had been fixated on parts of my body that I hated: my nose, my skin, and my hair. I spent hours in front of the mirror, analyzing every inch of my face, searching for ways to change what I didn't like. By 16, the disorder had taken a toll on my self-esteem. And it wasn't just about looks, it consumed every part of me. I became incredibly self-conscious to the point where socializing felt unbearable. I would dodge cameras, avoid mirrors, and hide away in my room, fearing judgment from others. Even when friends reassured me I looked good, I dismissed their words. It felt like they were just being polite. I couldn't see beyond my perceived flaws, and I felt trapped in a cycle of self-criticism. Chapter 3. Isolation and despair. Body dysmorphia often leads to isolation. On the outside, I looked like a normal teenager. I had friends, did well in school, and played sports. But internally, I was battling negative mental images of myself. Every morning, I'd look in the mirror and feel defeated. It was like a constant cloud of self-judgment hung over me. I withdrew from friends, scared of being seen and judged. I avoided social gatherings and stopped talking to the people I was closest to. The fear of someone pointing out my imperfections paralyzed me. Loneliness set in, but it felt safer than facing the world. The more I pulled away, the more consumed I became by my insecurities. My mind was my worst enemy, constantly replaying harsh, negative thoughts. I started to not care about myself and started negative habits like smoking to make myself feel better. I was stuck, unsure of how to break free from this mental prison. Chapter 4. The first step toward healing. The turning point came when I finally confided in a close friend, who encouraged me to get professional help and committed to supporting me through the therapeutic process. One night, after an especially rough day, I broke down and told her everything. About my obsessive mirror checking, my constant anxiety about my appearance, and the self-hate I felt every day. I was terrified she'd think I was being dramatic or shallow. But she didn't. She listened, and to my surprise told me she had noticed I had been pulling away. Starting therapy was one of the hardest decisions I've ever made, but it was also the most important. I was fortunate to find a therapist who specialized in body image issues. She helped me understand that the thoughts I had about my appearance were distortions, twisted by the disorder. Over the years, I had come to believe these distortions as facts, but they were all lies in my mind. This was bolstered by advertising and social media. Chapter 5. The healing journey. Healing from body dysmorphia is a journey, not a destination. It's filled with ups and downs, but therapy has been crucial in helping me challenge the negative thoughts that once controlled me. My therapist introduced me to cognitive behavioral techniques that allowed me to recognize these distortions and stop them from running my life. One of the most difficult things I had to learn was how to sit with discomfort. My gut reaction was always to avoid mirrors or social situations to escape the pain. But part of the healing process involved confronting those feelings head-on. Instead of running from them, I had to learn to face them with compassion and patience. I began to appreciate what my body could do, rather than how it looked. I started enjoying activities like exercise and spending time outdoors, which helped me positively reconnect with my body. Slowly, I began to value my body's strength and resilience over its shape or flaws. Chapter 6. Finding Strength in Relationships. One of the most insidious things about body dysmorphia is how it isolates you from others. It convinces you that everyone is judging you as harshly as you judge yourself. But as I opened up to friends and family, I realized that the people around me weren't as focused on my appearance as I was. They saw me for who I was, not for how I looked. Rebuilding those relationships took time, but I started to lean on my support system more. I opened up about my struggles, and, to my surprise, many of the people I confided in had their own insecurities too. It reminded me that we all have things we're battling, but we don't have to face them alone. There are still moments when I struggle when negative thoughts creep in, but now I have the tools to help manage them. Therapy has taught me that healing is not about reaching a place where everything is perfect. It's about learning to be kind to yourself on tough days. Thank you so much for watching and being part of this journey with me. If you can relate to my story, or you think it could help someone else, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content like this. And if you have any thoughts or experiences you'd like to share, we all would love to hear from you in the comments below. Remember, you're not alone in this journey. Until next time, take care of yourself and the voices in your head.